Hello, we are back. Hiya! Let me just refresh the YouTube stream side of it. FC24, FC245. I'll be honest, I don't think I'll be alive by then, nor will the game be a thing. Sorry, EA. I don't think you'll be making a football game in 2345. Aggressive. How are we? Long time no see. I know. Been a while, eh? I'm having some Frosties for lunch. I'm going to start to try to not eat as much bread, because I'm putting on some carb weight, and I need to not put on as much carb weight. Basically, I do love me a bit of bread though. That's the only thing. I do love me a bit of bread. So we need to look at the comments section of the last two videos to get all the feedback for what to do in this transfer window. Also going to ask you guys for some extra names for the spreadsheet as well. For the spreadsheet, for the shortlist as well. So this is all up to date, I believe, at the moment. So I currently have 34,000 available in my wage budget, which is enough for us to do something. Qualifying is underway. Let me pause that. We can listen to this. Can you hear that? Yeah.
So they too, Ted said everybody, Lewis got more than everybody else in terms of soft tires. That was everybody else who's likeliest to threaten the top 10 really, to be towards the front of the grid, because they use either a set of medium or a set of hard all the way through first practice and saved some tyres.
Yeah, reminder, if you're joining us perhaps for the first time, it's the slowest 5 drivers who will be eliminated from this session in about 14 minutes time as Charles Leclerc goes to the top, and Carlos Sainz just behind as well, less than half a tenth of a second splitting the two Ferrari drivers, and now they are split by Lando Norris, fastest of anybody in the first.
Liam, thank you for this 16th month, mate. Very good of you, dude. We will record the first episode, yes, to go live on Monday. They've adopted the RTG rules to do a Dresden save. Nice. Yuki P4, go on, lad. 400ths of a second separating the top 5. Verstappen only 6th. Hulkenberg goes 9th. Okay, not great then. Hey Ben Bot, how are you, mate? I love the fact that you guys are all getting involved with the spreadsheet and doing the rules, etc. So we haven't actually done anything financially yet this season, I don't believe.
Gasly and Stroll.
Oh, man. No, nothing yet.
As we await laps from Hamilton.
Now, yes.
Mercedes
Now, yes.
late to the party. Let's hope they brought some bottom with them. They'll be giving it plenty, I'm pretty sure of that. And they've been looking strong, haven't they? And they're very confident at the moment. Mercedes, that A, they've moved forwards, and B, they've got more to come, and they will be very good in the second half of the season.
It is so important. Both Mercedes currently on their outlap. So important to get your tyres up to temperature. No matter what track you're on, managing that has proved crucial over the course of this season. The way your car interacts with these Pirelli tyres, you need the heat in them to fight the
Both Mercedes on used.
Busy day today. The neighbour's dog went AWOL, and now you're watching this while packing to move house. Christ, that is a hell of a day, Zach. We got promoted to the Championship, Alexander. Notts County were one of the first teams in all of England, Gin. Yeah, one of the first ever football clubs. And it was their black and white kit that inspired Juventus to have black and white stripes. Yeah, I imagine that was a bit painful, Daniel. I appreciate your hard work in replicating. That would have been hard work, for sure. The 11 looks like that in a minute. Preston were one of the first clubs too, yeah, you're right. So, Stevens has not peaked now, good. Stevens will grow by at least 2 this season. Lovely. It's a train. It's a train born, but we will, no, add him to the loan list. I might as well sell Job, I'm afraid. He's just not quite kept up with the power curve. Power curve. Rafferty is going to grow a little bit more. Intriguingly. Zach has peaked at 65. Oh, and Zeno's peaked at 64. Unfortunately, I think Zeno might well be falling behind the power curve now. Do we change Zach Jules to a left back? I think we should. 241 weeks, 95 weeks. Because he's peaked, I can't change him to a left back. That says to me that Zach Jules has to go. So we'll look to replace Zach Jules. We're going to bring in Kelland Watts. And it'll be Diabate and Kelland Watts that start. Maybe we keep Job as a backup centre back. Kelland Watts was a striker back then, was he? A lot of players change position, don't they, throughout the course of their career. Sainz goes P1. Cousins and Digby. Cousins has peaked, which is annoying, but we will get one more piece of growth out of him. We'll go from 65 to 66 this season. Hopefully, anyway. Henderson. I'm quite happy to keep training him in those areas at the minute. Brown has peaked. Clarkson is still growing. Only valued at 2.6 million at the minute. I really don't know what to, I'm going to have to take your guys' feedback on this. I really don't know what to do with these youngsters. Rose I'll sell. He's transfer listed anyway. Clarkson is transfer listed as well. And Lee's transfer listed. I can't get that transfer list off them. O'Connor will transfer as well. Oof. Little snap there for Albon. He's up at the minute on K-Mag.
10 officially, 3 of them are flat out, nothing sort of curves. But it's not, and that makes it harder. You've got to ace every single metre of it, and it's such a short lap that a few hundredths matter.
Albon goes P8, good lap. Yeah, good, thank you, Mike. How are you, dude? How have you been, pal? Right, so Archer and Stevens will be our goalkeepers again this season. We will need a backup left back. We need a backup left back. We will need... Well, we're going to get Kellen Watson. But then we're probably going to need another centre-back because we're going to sell Zach Jules because he's peaked. Zeno, we will keep of the two. Job will keep for the minute. I need a backup right back. Digby we're going to sell. Rose we're going to sell. Thomas... sucks that George Thomas has peaked. And there's nothing I can do to stop that. I'm not going to manually change people's stats, as some comments have suggested. Because that just feels like too much of a minefield to open up. But Rose will sell. Berry will start. I really don't know what to do with Clarkson and Lee. I'm absolutely torn as to what to do with Clarkson and Lee. Brophy's peaked annoyingly. Dodds will continue to train. He'll be backup right-sided midfielder for the time being. Passing to get up, really. I wonder if I can change him to a right mid. That might actually help him train a bit better. No, that's not really going to do much, is it? Grieve we're selling. He's peaked anyway, which is good. Just doubles down on the idea that we want to sell him. Or guarantees, like, helps make that decision significantly easier. Drew, thank you for the brand new tier 1 sub, mate. It's very good of you, pal. Wow.
Even as we heard there from Norris's position, it's hard to know that you're definitely safe.
Yeah, so they think everyone fourth down needs to go again if McLaren aren't feeling comfortable.
It's kind of everyone then, really, isn't it? Because he's not that far off the pace. Ted.
So Lando has not put on new tyres, has gone through. I think they're just doing belt and braces at McLaren because a 105.4, which is on at the moment, is safe as far as the expected cut-off. I think it's going to be around a 105.8. So yeah, Gasly, Tsunoda, Hamilton, Stroll, they're not safe at the moment. And we're having this thing now. Russell, brakes look okay from where they are where he passes me. But it's a used tyre for Russell, new one for Hamilton, as you can see on the road.
A lot of players do run their contract out, but I don't want to just, like... Sometimes you do just have to sell someone. Like, Cambridge are selling 4 players in real life this transfer window. Cambridge is selling 4 of the squad. And we're going to look to sell similar, I think. In terms of contract remaining, Rafferty will let run out. Zeno will let run out. Berry will probably let run out. Maybe will extend. Brophy will let run out. George Thomas will let run out. Jordan Cousins will let run out. Digby we're going to sell. Archer will let run out. Like, we're going to let a lot of contracts run out.
But that means that both are trying to save 2 new softs for Q3.
Russell currently in 6th spot. 2 Ferraris. Currently fastest with Carlos Sainz and Charles Leclerc down in 5th. He's staying in the pits for the time being. And I think it's going to be a rush to the flag in these last...
So I'm looking for...
Yeah, they've left themselves a minute longer than yesterday, haven't they? In
We didn't select tartan grass in the end, no.
Distracts you a little bit. But Mercedes have once again timed this quite well. Hamilton at the front of the
So I'm going to be looking for
will be the first one to get his lap.
a backup right back, but a right back that could well replace Rafferty as his contract expires. A centre mid that may well take position of Luke Berry when his contract expires, or even halfway through the season. A left mid to start ahead of Brophy, but that will probably be one of the last ones we do because I'm not sure what we're going to do with Clarkson. A centre back to replace the outgoing Zach Jules, and a left back to be second string to George Nurse. We are going to bring Kellen Watts in as well. So, on the transfer hub currently, we do have a left wing in Ken Semmer, who can play at left wing back as well, actually. 66 stand tackle on him. That's actually a really good squad player, isn't it? Can play anywhere on the left-hand side. He's basically a better Brophy. Not as quick, but a better Brophy. Jensen Weir is a player that I'd be really quite keen on. He could be the future of our midfield. Sørensen was a right back we were pretty keen on as well. So that they might be the changes we make at right back and centre mid. I can't remember what ground we picked, Daniel. We haven't changed ground. We haven't upgraded the stadium yet. Hello, Richard. How are you, mate? Tsunoda goes 8th. So the top 4 not going out. Albon is going to go... No improvement for Alexander Albon. Stroll goes 16th. Albon at the minute is safe. Alonso goes 15th and knocks Alexander Albon out by 0.08 of a second. Bottas, Zhou and Sargent, the other 3 in the bottom. And Perez is going to complete his lap here. Sargent goes P19. Perez is at risk at the minute. He's only 3.2 tenths off Carlos Sainz, but 3.2 tenths is enough to see him down in 12th. That's how close it is around here. This guy is going to be a great cam. Tej Przelik. I would lean towards someone more domestic in our first season in the championship. In fact, I will take those guys out. We will still lean domestic in our first season in the championship, I think. Then once we're established in the championship, if we stay up, then we can start going for players from further afield. Jack Byrne looks decent as well at 29. Finesse shot, incisive pass, technical and flair. Yeah, it's really difficult with injuries, Jimmy, with the way that the game is set. Unfortunately, the game either doesn't give you that many injuries at all, or if you tweak the sliders, it gives you only broken toes for 3 months or bruised shoulders for 5 days. And that's it, really. Right, let's update the spreadsheet. Not that spreadsheet. Update this spreadsheet with everyone's ratings. Let me just move this on the other side of the thing, and I'll put you guys here. So Liam is 64. 66 for Martin, 64. 66 for Will. 65 for Andrew. Sean White is 63. Then Blacker, I can see there is 66. Yander Emmanuel is 60. Gareth is 61. Joe is 63. Ollie Windle, 63. Patrick is 61. Patrick has moved already in this window, so that's something to note as well. But we'll do that at the end of the win. We'll do that at the end of the window. 67 for Lachlan, 61 for Jordan. Emmett is 67. Dallas is 65, 67 for Bear, 67 for Ben, 68 for Stuart. You guys are starting to get up there with your ratings now. Nolan is 62, Seb 63, Jaden 64. Bessett's 60. Alex Caldwell is currently 62. Matthew Davison 67. Brandon 67. Brannon 65. 64. 64 for Connor. 63 for David, 62 for Jordan, Nick is 63, Green is 64, just updating. Once this is updated then we can probably start recording, I think. Nathan 63, sorry, Michael 63, Nathan 64. I need to remove those guys as well, don't I? James Balagizi could be an option though, or Josh Benson. Archer's out. Is another centre back in there that we need to take out now? Fiordino. Mula will take out as well. Right, Jordan at Swindon. 62. 62. James is 61. Nathan 64. We've already done Nathan. 63 for Alfie. Nick is 63. Where's Nick? Nick 63. We've already done. Owen 65. Daniel 66. 61 for Aaron. Dan is 63. Bailey is 61. Danny Brooks 66. Liam, or they're not there yet. Liam 65. Robin 62. I'll take Manzo out in a minute. Josh is 68. August is 68, although he's been let go. That's intriguing. Michael's 64. In the host of 62. Sim 67. Julio 67. Wimps 68. Chris 67. Aiden 63. Ad 64. Cash Nadu 68. Millie 62. And Joe 69. 68 for ads. Cole is 67. Daz has been let go at Saints, 65. And Nathan is still a free agent at 63. Right, I missed someone. I missed Cameron. Cameron at centre mid. Number 64. Right. So there was a couple of releasees, wasn't there? Daz is now a free agent. Where's Daz? Right, Daz, there you are. Ads have been let go by Dortmund. Dan and Jordan were both. Sorry. Dan and Bailey were both free agents anyway. Connor was still a free agent, I'm pretty sure. Connor. Where's Connor? Oh, he's free agent, okay. And Nick, free agent. Yep. Nathan was a free agent. Nick was a free agent. Alex, Jordan Barlow. Yeah. I don't think there were any other changes, were there, in the early stages? No. Huggy. Right, I can see chat again. Apologies. Just a little bit of admin, So, there's Ken Semmer we're thinking about. There's Sorensen we're thinking about. There's Jensen Weir we're thinking about. Jack Byrne I'm going to say no to. There's Charlie Savage we're thinking about at Reading. There's Josh Benson we're thinking about. And Zara will say no to. Papo, I'd still consider maybe for a year, although technically he's not that good. At Reading, too important to his team, they won't sell him, okay. I think that was it of real life players. Oh, James Balagizi. James Balagizi on a free might be a pretty good one as well, to be fair. 6'2", can play centre mid, cam and left wing. Weir has always been at Port Vale, TT. Balagizi, former Liverpool youngster. I think I might sign Balagizi as an eventual Luke Berry replacement. We're definitely going to get Kellen Watson, so we're going to get that move done as well. Sorensen, I think, is a bit of a no-brainer at right back as well, considering he's so good in a number of different areas. then I don't know what... Ken Sema will be a good experienced player to have at championship level for a year. But I don't know whether he's the answer to step up on Brophy. Maybe. Ken Sema in for Brophy on the left to start. And then we'd find ourselves in position looking for two left-sided midfielders in the summer next season. Josh Brownhill at 29 is 75 rated and too high, unfortunately. Bajan Ho at Stoke, 69 rated. Not bad. Passing's not great at 65. He's only young though. Kane Vincent Young, 63, not good enough. Marcus Harness, 67. I don't know about Marcus. Technically, he's not really that good. Who would be a good backup, ads? Sam Curtis, 19 years of age, 68 rated, right back at Sheffield United. That could be a loanee, maybe. We could look to loan Sam Curtis to see if he's any good, to then maybe think about buying him. Sema, yeah. Rolsey, I don't think is good enough, unfortunately. 60 rated. Rolsey's not the one, sadly. Tom Lawrence at 31. He's 73 and too good. He is a free agent though, but he's too good at the minute. Kioso, Peter Kioso, 69 rated at Rotherham. It's doable. Could be used at centre back as well. Let's have a look at the comment section because there were a couple in there as well, weren't there? Divin Mubama. I'm not looking for a striker. Not in a minute. Quite happy to do this as a double upload. The max at the minute is 70 rated, Staffy. Max in a 104.5 is a very quick lap time. No one can get near that at the minute. What do we think about a salary increase, like a promotion salary increase of 5% for every existing player? Cam Brannigan might be a decent shout for centre mid. Let's have a look. It's 29, 70 rated at Oxford. It's not exactly a step I mean, it's great experience. It would be a realistic signing, I think. Ince, do you mean Burak Ince, Jimmy? Tom Ince isn't in the game anymore, I don't think. I presume you don't mean Burak Ince. That's swashed for Quav. Ince must have required. Murray Forson, 68 rated at Man United. Could be a good loanee. We don't need a right-sided player there because we've got Dodds. Okay, well let's give everyone everyone in the current squad then. We'll give everyone a 5% promotion bonus with their wages. So let me go to teams. Cambridge United. And let's give everyone a 5% pay rise.
Well, we'll see if that one gets put into the race directors after this session. Pit lane involving Hulkenberg will be investigated after the session. That's popped up on our
so Cousins, wage 4,000. Let's make that 4,200. Digby 2,400 to 520. Jordan Archer 2,000 and at 2,100. Joe Rafferty 5,000, made that 5,250. George Thomas 3,500, 3,675. Berry Stevens. Berry. 850, 425, so 8,925. Jack Stevens 3,000, so it's 3,150. That's intriguing.
Yeah, exactly right what Martin's saying there. They don't feel the need to
Alonso 15th at the minute as we head into the final runs.
and he still has 2 for Q3. The situation's different.
Trophy
He's run 1
to 100.
so far, and he doesn't have another new one available
Jules,
unless he burns the 2 that he wants for Q3.
520.
He's in a slightly different position, which means it's not worth the risk of him running now.
And what this does do is keep
Max Brown, Josh Nurse. 350. 175, 3675. George Nurse, 3,150. Yengi and Diabate. Yengi's on 9,000, wow. 9,450, extra £450 a week. Diabate, 250, 2,625. Still 4/10. Everyone's still 4/10 off max though. Seno, Mamadou. Job, 840. Scrave 290, 145, so 3,045. Sainz is in the pits at the minute. Sainz not coming out. Max has improved. Russell and Sainz have the exact same time. Alonso doesn't improve and stays P15. Ricciardo is 11th at the minute, stays 11th despite improving his time. He's out by 15 milliseconds. Gasly is currently P13 and going out in Q2 unless he improves now, which he does, to go to P12, and he's out by 61 milliseconds. So Ocon is out Sorry, Ocon is through. He pit at the end of the lap. Didn't complete the lap he was on. Out is Ricciardo, Gasly, Magnussen, Tsunoda, Alonso in 15th. Through Verstappen, Sainz, Russell, Hamilton, Piastri, Norris, Leclerc, Perez, Hulkenberg in 9th, and Ocon in 10th.
Kevin Magnussen, Yuki Tsunoda, and Fernando Alonso.
I mean,
Did I do?
on with Aston Martin,
Yeah.
7th fastest team this afternoon. They're ahead of Williams. They're ahead of.
Where's Cleary? Dylan Dodds. Where's Cleary?
They're ahead of Sauber and Williams, and that's just about it. 8th
Dylan
fastest.
Dodds 4.25.
It is a tough day at the office.
I think we should probably offer Dylan Dodds a new contract, really, shouldn't we?
Flashed up on my screen as well. Track limits for gas.
So we'll do that instead. Well, we're giving the 5% increase.
That's what we're about to see.
So £42.50,
Turn 6.
£21.
Stints across the ground.
4, 4,
You need damage to
6.
well when you do that, and it kind of wrecks your lap as well.
I'm not sure if I saved that actually on Dodds.
A day done for
I
Pierre
did.
Gasly. He won't progress through. His teammate though will progress through.
Liam Lee, Joseph Vegas. Liam Lee 450, 450, £45, £22.50. So we'll just take him to 472. Joseph Vegas 446. Rose and Roman Bourne.
Formula One has 500 million fans, and Salesforce helps them turn all that data into a single view of each one. Like Grace. Grace is a super fan with a lot of favorites.
Adam Clarkson and Kirk Henderson, the last two. Adam Clarkson 446. Kirk Henderson 446. Right. Now we need to do that on the spreadsheet. Let me go in and out of there. Right, let's save that so we don't lose that progress. Love from the Faroe Islands. Love back from the UK, BM. Well, from mainland UK, I guess. Faroe Islands is its own country, but it's just off the north of Scotland, isn't it? I can change moods and morale, yes, but I can't undo a. I can't do a removal of a transfer request, unfortunately. So now I'll need to edit wages on here. So 3150, 446, 2100. This will be easier. 3150. 2520. 26. 25. 2625. 840. 5250. It's eating into my budget, isn't it? 4200. 2520. 446. 446. It was 950, right? 850, 425, 8925, 446, 350, so 3625. It was 3045, wasn't it? 3045. 200, and Cassini Yengi was now on 9450. So it's taken a chunk out of the transfer budget for sure. Sorry, out of the wage budget for sure. Of course, it's gone not responding. Please don't dial me, spreadsheet. I very much need you. Thank you.
Look at that gravel. So right on board with Fernando Alonso. I'm just going to stop it on the exit. So you can see exactly what's going on here. He's fighting the car through that corner, but you see veers back to the left-hand side, and that's because of all this gravel. I just use the. If I can get this tool there, yeah. All the gravel there sitting on the blue curb. So the drivers are aware of it, and they're avoiding it by going to the left-hand side of it. But it's compromising their line into turn 7, and maybe why he's fighting the car as well through that corner. that's another reason why the drivers might be starting to go off the track a little bit more and causing that gravel to pick up. Now, we had this traffic situation, didn't we, in the pit lane once again with Hulkenberg here. Now, what we're looking at is that white line. That's the pit lane. You have to
Freshbot, thank you for the 24th month subscribed, mate. Very, very good of you indeed.
he's not at that moment. So he's sitting there
2-year badge for you. Max Power Smith, thank you for the follow as well, mate.
interview afterwards. He tells him to hold position while Norris, as Ted said, is keeping ever so tight to the Aston Martin in front of him. So his mechanic's saying no, and then once Lando goes by, he gives him the all clear. Watch his hand. Now he says yes, thumbs goes up, and then he starts to pull out. And now he is over the line. But if we go on board with Perez as he's going down, this is very tight. So you're not actually in front of him now, and then they kind of join each other together. Who gets there first? I don't want to make that call. You can decide at home or wherever you're watching, but the stewards are definitely looking into.
So Liam Bennett we've still got on the short list, but obviously we can't afford him right. Well, not we can't afford him. We can't get him right now because he's too highly rated. Hey, family from Dox's YouTube, I appreciate that, mate.
Hulkenberg's tyre, they kind of join at the same time. So let's see who gets away with that one. Back to you, Harry.
I like Brannigan as an idea. But he's not a long-term replacement. Not really look. Ocon's happy. So Sorensen is the definite, I think. So I'll take Kyoso out. Sorensen is a definite. I probably go as far as to say, well, Kellen Watts is a definite. Probably go as far as to say that James Balagizi is a definite as well. There's so much potential with James Balagizi, surely. Let's have a look at players.
The point I was trying to make earlier on, you know, if you're further down the championship and further down the pit lane, what are you supposed to
James Balagizi has potential of 77 at the minute. Wow, that's a no-brainer then. James Balagizi comes in, hands down.
went through the regulation process enough before Perez rocked up on the scene? But I also thought Hulkenberg was fine in the sprint race this morning, and he got a 10-second.
Who's a free kick specialist, Jen?
That's why I'll never, and I never want to be a steward. Because
You've never heard of Balagizi. Neither had I until we loaned him on FM this year.
yeah, I mean,
Thank you for the follow, Brandon Merck.
in the pit lane there's no Hulkenberg. I think it fits.
So Sorensen is a definite. That's our right back sorted. Oh, Brannigan is a free kick specialist. Sorensen is a definite. Balagizi is a definite. That's the right back and the centre mid sorted. Then we're looking for backup left back. We're going to get Kelland Watts as a definite as well. And then when Zach Jules leaves, we'll look for another centre back. And then we're looking for a left winger too, which could be Bae Jun Ho, although technically he's not amazing. Although we could train him. We could look for Ken Semmel would probably be the realistic one. I think I might get Ken. I don't know. Andre Green, 69 rated at Rotherham. Ken Semmett is the quality and the experience to come in on the left-hand side. That would leave us with more transfers to do. When Brophy eventually has his contract expire, we'd sign Ken Semmett on a one-year deal, if possible. Semmett's definitely realistic for our first season in the Championship, isn't he, for a year? I don't need a striker, thank you.
Yeah, those two, the 104.5, 104.4, they're going to be hard to beat. His eye is very much in out there. He knows how the car is. He loves his track, as Max Verstappen, and he's had 2 sets of new tyres already in Q2. 2 more sets available this time round. He is the
So
man
then
to beat. Who will be alongside
Archer will have his contract run out. Stevens has still got 2 years left and is going to grow. Bourne will loan for another year. Backup left back we need. Zach Jules will transfer list. We're going to bring in Kellen Watts, but we'll need another centre back. Zeno has peaked, unfortunately. Job will leave us at the end of the season. Rafferty will leave us at the end of the season. We're going to bring Sørensen in, but Rafferty will start at the beginning of the year. Digby's going to get sold. Cousins will stay, but his contract will expire at the end of the year. Kirk Henderson will start alongside Luke Berry or James Balagizi, depending on what happens. Rose is going to get sold. Brown will continue to start on the right. Thomas will continue to start at Cam, although his contract is expiring this year, but he's earned the right to stay for another season. Something was still attached to Lewis's car by the looks of things when he came out onto the track. McConnell's going to get sold. Lee and Clarkson, I don't know what to do with. I can't remove the transfer request. So I might just have to let them go and we learn from it. But I'll let them go by not making much money from them. I'm not going to try and maximise those financials. We'll just sell them to a realistic club. Do we agree?
Drafts him down the straight and then gets underway because his lap is over.
Yeah, those two have a history of that, but Verstappen then getting a nice toe, but it's Lando Norris.
Jambi, thank you for the 8th month subscribes, mate. You agree? Yeah, it's a lesson to learn from. We obviously didn't know that they were going to get called up with an important contract, and we won't look to do that again. Let me change Liam Lee's contract anyway to rotation. .104.4 for Verstappen. 104.7 for Lando. No one can get close to Max at the minute. Martin Anjarsen at left back. 60 rated, not good enough, unfortunately. Board expectations aren't that important because we have ourselves set to unsackable, but it is, I would be curious to see what they want. Youth development, brand exposure, get 7 games, score in 7 away games, basically. Financially, sign 1 crucial player and make a profit of £8.5 million. Yikes. The Loon for the 2nd month. Appreciate it, mate. Your expectations, hopefully to avoid relegation. Domestic success, avoid relegation. Round of 16 in the FA Cup. Want us to finish mid-season within 2 years, though, and obviously no continental expectations at present. Even by going up 5 at left wing is still not good enough, I'm afraid, BM. Do you have any suggestions for backup left back, chat? Let's have a look at the free agents list at left backs. We could look to loan someone in. Felix Agu's too highly rated, unfortunately. Nicky Cadden is still there, but I'm still unsure about him. Jack McKenzie. 72 stand tackles, 68 crossing. Short passing's not great, but Jack McKenzie looks decent. He's a new one on there. Ben Osborne would be really, really, really solid if we have someone go up to 71 rated. Mitchell's not good enough, Jimmy. Jack did look like a good option, didn't he? Jordan Amavi. Aging, but where was Jordan Amavi most recently? Marseille, I thought Marseille. He's got experience in the UK though, obviously, with Villa. Jamal Lewis. Neil Farrugia, 67 rated at Shamrock Rovers. He's not very good technically, defensively. Only his ball control and his dribbling are above 63. It's not the one, I'm afraid. Sorry, Nathan. Could see who's loan listed though. Just in general, who's loan listed? Aaron Donnelly could be a loanee centre-back. Aaron Donnelly doesn't look that bad, actually. 69 stand tackle. 66 passing, good ball control. Daniel Gore is at AC Milan. Wow. .3 from Max Verstappen. Red Bull have found the secret ingredient, haven't they, for here in Austria? Piastri goes second. Sainz goes fourth. Lando's currently on for a P2. Oh, we had to have a double bite into turn 9. P2 for Lando. Verstappen, Lando, Piastri, Sainz, Russell, Leclerc, Hamilton, Hülkenberg, Perez, Ocon. Leclerc is currently 6th. But he's on a lap. Oh, he's off. Wide. Oh, very much off. Charles Leclerc. Wide at 9, onto the gravel. Couldn't even make the track for turn 10. Hamilton is improving.
They got away with that behind him.
Lewis currently 7th. Lewis goes
Crosses the line.
5th.
5 he goes back into ahead of Russell. Russell still on his hot lap.
Oh, Russell was very nearly into the gravel as well on the exit at 9. Russell goes P4 above Carlos Sainz. So Verstappen, Norris, Piastri, Russell, Sainz, Hamilton, Leclerc, Perez, P8. Still Perez off the pace. Perez, why they've signed Perez for another 2 years absolutely fucking baffles me. Hulkenberg 9th, Ocon 10th. Jorginho left out of the starting 11 for Italy, is he?
Will be down at Red Bull for Max Verstappen, who takes his 5th pole position in Austria. Well, mate, that was mighty, absolutely mighty. Oh, fire!
Yeah, Castledine on low might be a pretty fucking good one. Probably not going to play that much, but... Oh.
Oscar Piastri gives Leclerc one position, but he'll be brewing that mistake in the final laps. We're about to see hopefully how that panned out. He gets out qualified by his teammate Carlos Sainz. Verstappen, Norris and Russell, the top
Piastri
three.
track limits, was it?
Well, that's where it began.
Charles Leclerc went wide at 6. Bloody hell. Yeah. There was a lot that broke underneath it.
Bouncing onto the grass.
Yeah, you don't want to do that before the race. That's a lot of new parts to be fitted. They can do that under parc fermé conditions, providing they're identical parts in dimensions and mass. They can repair bona fide damage.
Is that pressure on Charles Leclerc, bringing the neck of that Ferrari on the final flying lap?
Yeah, Charles always drives right on the absolute limit, doesn't he? And it catches him out every so often. And that's what we saw there.
Well, the biggest smile goes to Max Verstappen, who'll be very happy with his day so far. Won the sprint race and will start pole for the Grand Prix on
Teo
Sunday.
Zidane.
Once
Teo
again,
Zidane's actually not bad, is he?
alongside his
At all.
teammate.
44 grand a week. Fucking no.
It went wrong for Piastri with the track limits violation. On board, that looks tight.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't really touch the gravel, did he? Not from that angle, but it's always deceptive from on board. That's a cruel call there for Piastri. We need to see that off board. Normally, if you're breaching track limits, then you're in the gravel.
Well, Piastri then, with that lap deleted, down to 7th spot.
Get Zidane to sell shirts, yeah.
Lando Norris in second. George Russell, who continues to have good form here.
Okay, so we think we have an idea of what we might do.
Left, looking at the timing screen, Hamilton in 5th, with Perez down in
We might get as far as playing Millwall in the first game of the episode as well, maybe. First game of the season. Oh my god. I'm gonna go make a cup of coffee, because quite clearly I need it. Have a quick toilet break, and then we will come back and record episode 1 of season 3. Are we ready? Good. 1, 2, 3. Break. Quite literally, BRB. Dolan. Dolan from where? Ayrton. Ayrton the Rovers enjoy. I guess that means Blackburn then, right? Because you put blue and white. Let's put the... put this on, did I? Is it Scott Dolan? Dying on the Hill. The Kim Ji-soo Hill. I'll have a look. Actually, let me put it on first before I... Probably not going to need the heart rate monitor, are we, for this first episode, but it is what it is. I didn't use it for the F1, unfortunately. It would have been quite a good episode for it. With the chasing down and the fuel, etc. Never mind. Cambridge to the Champions League? Oh, hello. I was like, the fuck? We're only in the championship at the moment. Yeah, another Verstappen pole. We just hijacked Huddersfield for Alfie May. Who's we, Jobbo? But yes, Alfie May is very good. Birmingham, he'll absolutely do the business in League One for you for sure. Was he top goal scorer last year, was he? Alfie May, let's have a look. "23 goals for Cheltenham." So he scored 23 for Cheltenham 3 years ago, 20 for Cheltenham 1 year ago, and 23 for Charlton last year in League One. Yes, Alfie May is going to be a great signing for Birmingham or Huddersfield, whichever ends up getting him. Unless the move to Birmingham is already done, in which case, Birmingham. Milan, yeah, 80 million for Marquinhos. Oh, what hit? We need to check your hill, don't we? What hill were you dying on? The Sue Hill, Kim Ji-soo Hill. Let's have a look. Kim Ji-soo. Brentford, 66 rated. Could be a loanee. He's not great. Will Evans isn't good enough for us at this stage now. And Meiji for left back. Really? With 34 stand tackle, 34 slide tackle? I don't think so, pal. You will die alone on that hill. Sorry, Jen. Callum Dolan? Is it Dolan you're asking about? Dolan Blackburn. This is the other Dolan. Tiris Dolan? Probably that Dolan. He's too good though. Does look decent though. Pretty sure we're going to get Ken Sema on a 1-year deal for left mid. Thank you for the follow, by the way, Ayrton. Those that are joining, we do have a number of rules that we're abiding by in this save that you can see on screen now. Ethan Wheatley, Brandon. Who does he play for? Ethan Wheatley. Oh, 69 rated at Man United. I don't need a striker though. X and Ho. Still up over 74. Too good, unfortunately. At this stage, he does look very good though. Look at all those. Jesus, I just want to see. And his contract's expiring. Hello. We'll keep him on the shortlist for next season. If we get anyone grow to 74, if they don't offer him a new deal, I'm all over that. Dead ball, incisive pass, ping pass, long ball pass, tiki-taka, first touch, pass proven. Wow, what a player. I'm all over him when we have the opportunity to get someone like that in, if we've got the finances. Unbelievable Hefe. He is pretty good, yeah, you're right. Right. Let's record episode 1 of season 3. We're looking for a backup right back or a right back that can take over from Rafferty when his contract expires at the end of the season. A centre mid, similar for Luke Berry. A left mid, similar James Brophy. A starting centre back, we're going to get Kellen Watts because he signed for the club in real life. A backup centre back, looking to loan someone maybe. And a backup left back, looking to loan someone maybe. Oh, Jesus Christ. Joe, thank you very much for the subscription on YouTube, mate. It's very good of you. That's supposed to be turned off. My fucking heart just died. Sweet Christ. It is off. That's weird. Oh, fuck me. Right. Not sure yet, Daniel, what to do with the youth scouts. Not sure. Welcome to episode 1 of season 3. We are Championship. The first proper progression that we've seen in the save. The side needs to improve. If we're to avoid relegation this season, we are going to improve it in a number of different areas. We're going to improve the squad in a number of different areas as well. We've got players that are going to go out. We've got players that are going to come in. We've got players that we don't know yet what to do with. I need your feedback on that, please. We'll get there in a moment. Whilst I say drop the video a like, make sure you subscribe to the channel as well, and you won't miss out on any of our debut season at this level. The 11 starting looks like this at present. George Thomas will continue at cam. Brophy will continue on the left in the short term. Both have 1 year remaining on their contract. Both will probably leave us at the end of this season. Zeno has peaked at 64. We are going to bring in Kelland Watts, who signed for Cambridge in real life. He will come in and start alongside Diabate. Zach Jules is getting sold. It was my intention to change him to a left back to be backup for George Nurse. He's peaked. It's going to take 2 years to train him to do anything. Let's move him on. Digby is going to get sold. Cousins stays. This is where I don't know what to do. Clarkson the youngster, Lee the youngster. When we called them up from the youth team, it gave them the important squad role, which is something we're now aware of. We weren't previously and will look to avoid moving forward. We didn't notice it in time. They have put in a transfer request. Even with the live editor, I can't remove that transfer request. So I believe they're going to leave us. I don't think really there's much I can do in that regard. If you would prefer, I would be happy to either release them or sell them full value and not maximise the amount of profit we make from them. Alternatively, I could continue to reject every bid we get in for them and manually change their morale. But I'm not sure how I feel about that. That's where you guys come in. What do I do with Clarkson and Lee? On paper, they look good enough to start. But Thomas and Brophy were excellent last season. We want to prioritise those guys with a year left on their contract and probably leaving at the end of this year. Don't know on that front. Don't know on that front. Grieve we're going to look to sell. Dodds is now back up to Brown. So if we don't lose or sell or release Clarkson, then he will be back up to Brophy. If we do let him go, I'll need a backup left mid or new left mid, although I have someone in mind. Centre mid, Cam for Lee as well is somewhere we would need to be improved. Cleary's come back from his loan spell and has significantly improved. He'll be back up to Yengi. So, players on my shortlist. You guys want to know transfers first, so I'm just going to ram through transfers. Ignore the players that are currently over 70 rated. They are unavailable at this moment in time because our highest rated player is 70 as per the rules of the save. Jordan and Marvey. English league experience, but will have just left Marseille in save, having been at Aston Villa in England. 70 rated, but perhaps not quite the player that we will be able to attract in our first season in the Championship. However, Jack McKenzie is a player I feel like we could. I don't actually know where Jack McKenzie used to play, and I would be very intrigued to find out. Jack McKenzie is a player that is at Aberdeen in Scotland in real life, has been released by Aberdeen, and he could very much be not just the backup left back that we're looking for George Nurse, but actually longer term, a player that could come in and play in a number of different positions. Actually, being 6'3", left wing back, left back, centre back. Is he too good to turn down? His tackling stats aren't amazing in terms of slide, but stand, very, very solid. Defensive awareness, very high. That feels like a bit of a no-brainer to me. Left side of midfield, Ken Sema, released by Watford. Experience on a 1-year deal. I think that's a bit of a realistic no-brainer as well in our first year at this level. Right wing back, Lasse Sørensen. From the league below, 70 rated, an upgrade on Rafferty. That feels like a no-brainer too. So Sema will come in. Sørensen will come in. McKenzie, I'm not sure yet. I'll wait for your feedback on the left-back role. In terms of central midfield, I'm looking to bring in James Balagizi, released by Liverpool. No real first-team experience in this save yet. That's a no-brainer. He too can play in a number of different positions. Kelland Watts we will buy from Newcastle because Cambridge have signed him in real life. Josh Benson is a backup centre mid we could go to if we aren't able to get Balagizi for whatever reason. And there was Sam Curtis I could potentially loan in at right back or centre back. But at present, leaning towards Lasse Sørensen, although Lasse Sørensen I'm definitely going to get. And now very much leaning towards Jack McKenzie instead as the backup full-back, probably on either side really, with a 3-star week for and centre back. He just looks too good. With regards to finances, however, we may be stifled slightly. With regard to the rules, we're now in the Championship, so my transfer budget will be 50% of the overall bank balance, not 30%. And we will be able to spend up to 15% over our current wage budget, not the previous 10%. The finances look like this. I currently have 31,000 available in my wage budget. I currently have 5.6 million available in my transfer budget. With Zach Jules about to be sold, with Digby about to be sold, with potentially... Well, Rose is definitely going to get sold, with potentially Clarkson and Lee about to go out, and with Alex Grieve also being sold, both the wage budget and the transfer budget are going to grow. However, I'm also going to be spending a lot of money in this first episode, so what happens will remain to be seen. I'm going to go and sign those that I said were no-brainers, and more on the realistic terms in the shape of Ken Sema. Yes, in terms of playing FC, there are going to be countless players that are better. Bae Jun Ho is younger and similarly rated, and if it was just an FC save, then he'd be the one that I'd go for. But along the realistic terms, a player with experience at this level, when we're trying to avoid relegation, this is the more realistic 1 year starting contract signing that we're going to make. I'll also get Sørensen in. I'll also get Kellen Wells in. Kellen Wells? Kellen Watts. We'll also get James Balagizi in. We'll regroup, we'll see what the finances look like, and we'll take it from there. Kai Wagner is not a left back we're going to look to because we used him at Berlin. But thank you for the suggestion, Football Crazy. How are we, Chronicle? Cheryl Florinus. Who's that, Brandon? Who's he play for? Let's get Ken Sema in. He wants Crucial. Let's be honest. He's an upgrade on Brophy. He can have Crucial. A 2-year contract. I would rather just do one and then we can extend it if we want to. No release clause. He wants £6,300. I'm going to remove the bonus and offer him £7,000 a week. Until sign. Ken Sema's on the way in. Let's add him to this list. Cut. Paste. Left wing. 70 rated. Ken Sema, 31 years of age, £7,000 a week, 1 year deal. Bosh. That's a great signing. I'm really happy with that. He's a big, thick, chunky boy too, isn't he? Right, Ken Sema done. Let's do the free signings first. So, Balagizi. Balagizi. He might want important. He will. That's fine. He is going to take over. He is going to take over from Luke Berry. I'll counter with a 2-year deal. We want 4. I'll counter with a 3-year deal, which he'll sign. No release clause. Wage-wise, recommended 3.5. We're in the championship, and he's probably going to be part of the squad, so I'll offer him 4.5, and he should sign that. 4,500 for James Balagizi, another player into the club. Cut. Paste. Centre mid. 67 rated. James Balagizi, I think that's how you spell it. I didn't quite see how old he was actually. 4,000. Was it 4,000 or was it 4,500, wasn't it? On a 3-year deal. Balagizi, that is how you spell it. How old are you, lad? Was it 21? Anyone? Yeah, 21. Nice. Kellen Watts I'll do first. because he's the one in real life. I'll offer him like 950 grand and see if they'll accept it. Want a mil. I'm quite happy to part with $1 million. 23 grand. Whoa, he's on 23.5 grand a week. Holy moly. Important he can have. But Jesus Christ, Kelland. 3-year deal. No release clause. He wants 14 grand a week. Can I afford 14 grand a week? I can at the minute, but that is a lot of my budget. I'll offer him 16.5. That's the last signing we can do, because I'm going to have no money left. We're going to have to sell to buy. 68 rated. Kelland Watts. Was it £16,000 a week on a 3-year deal? For £1 million. That will have to add to the finances as well. 25 years of age. And spend tracker. Player bought. £1 million. I can, to be fair, I do still have £18,000 available in my wage budget as it stands. Was it 16.5 grand a week? I'll double check. Yeah, 16.5, thank you, mate. James Balajeezy comes in, is going to be really good. He's going to be really, really good. Playmaker, box to box. I would say box to box. His finishing's already pretty decent. Box to box. And Ken Sema. Trying to ensure that he doesn't decline too much. We'll do squad numbers later. Not squad hubs, team management. Balajeezy. Watts is straight into the starting lineup. And if I'm honest, so's Ken Sema. I'm sorry, brofs. Or do we say that they have to earn their spot first? Maybe they have to earn their spot first. Archie Gray to Brentford, apparently. Everyone sharp us up before we head into the new season. 35 million. Wow. That's their Ivan Toney replacement then, isn't it? Pre-season, we're going to let them try and blend into the squad first. I'm not just going to throw them straight in the starting lineup. Oh no, Archie Gray's the CDM, isn't he, from Leeds? Sorry, my bad. That's a good move for Archie Gray, I think. I will try and get realistic. I mean, to be fair, at 30, does Digby go to the MLS? Maybe. What do we think of that as a realistic bid, chat? It's 50-50. I'll leave it for now. We'll see if we get any others in. It's as realistic as I'll get in game, probably. If I leave that, will other bids come in or not? I don't know, actually. I think it's possible. We've seen players leave the English leagues and go to the MLS before, haven't we? It's more realistic than some shit-ass middle-of-nowhere Romanian side, isn't it? We've had a bid for Digby. Now, obviously, we can't guarantee the realism or a lower league English signing, but I think going to the MLS at 30 years of age is probably more realistic a sale than the back end of nowhere Romanian league or insert other Paraguayan side that might bid for him. So I'm actually going to accept this one from FC Cincinnati. Digby's a player we wanted to sell. Digby's a player that is going to get sold. Now, I have brought in Ken Sema on a free. We brought in Kelland Watts for £1 million. And we brought in James Balagizi on a free as well. However, we have spent quite a few pennies in the wage category. Obviously now championship level and going to have to pay championship level wages. I very much liked the suggestion in the comment section to give everybody a 5% wage bonus for getting promotion as well, by the way. So I have enacted that. Everyone that was at the club has had a 5% wage rise. Appreciate that very much indeed. Great suggestion. We'll probably do the same by 10 or 15% when we get to the Premier League, provided we can afford it in the wage budget, of course. Also, I hear you on the award ceremony episode. Just so happened that it fell on a Friday and you had to wait till Monday for the first episode of Season 3. Apologies for the wait for this first episode. But I hear you. We'll make that a double upload episode, provided I've got the time to make the content. And we will then, hopefully, it won't fall on a bloody Friday still, and you'll be able to get the first episode of the next season a little bit earlier. Appreciate that feedback. Thank you. Always looking for ways to improve the way we put content out to you. You will have already noticed that Kelland Watts has come in from Newcastle. He was on 23 grand a week at Newcastle. He's taken a significant wage cut to £16,500 to come in and be the future of our backline alongside Czech Diabate. Big wages for a big player, but that's what you have to pay at this level, really. We've gotten James Balagizi in on £4,500. That's a great wage for a player on a 3-year deal that he's definitely going to grow, having left Liverpool. That's really, really, really good. And Ken Sema comes in on £7,000 a week just for a year, released by Watford, and will be a go-to in the midfield for us this season. Meaning at present, whilst I have 4.6 million left in my transfer budget, I've only got £3,000 left in my wage budget. Up to £17,600 potentially by stretching the budget, but I don't really at this stage want to stretch it that far yet. Digby's going to go, hopefully. That's £2,500 there to go into the wage budget. Once we move on a couple of others, like Alex Grieve, who's on £3,000, then we should be able to bring in Lasse Sørensen and be able to comfortably afford his wages too. For full clarity, Lasse Sørensen at present is on £4,900 a week at Lincoln. He'd want a pay rise, I'm sure, but with the right outgoings, we will be able to afford the next incoming. I'm not sure about MEN for Grieve, but we might be in another position where can't really afford to wait for a realistic bid, isn't it, really? Pay wages £94,000 now. Shirt sales £125,000. Do we think Grieve would go to Amiens? I'm going to say no for now. Hopefully we get someone come in for him either in the A-League or MLS again or here. 10 weeks of shirt sales equals Watts. Yeah, probably. And Ken Sema, to be fair. No, we won't play pre-season games, Ambrose. Jin, thank you very much for paying forward your gifted sub from the Patreon and gifting it to Gus. Welcome to the gang, Gus. For another month. Doing good, thank you, Jamie. And Jin has now gifted another tier 1 sub to Ollie. Jin, very generous of you. Thank you, mate. Hand selected, you guys. Paul Digby is gone. FC Cincinnati bound. That's some extra money to the wage budget, some extra money to the transfer budget, 75% of which will go into the transfer budget. That will not change throughout the save. Every season, regardless of league, we will have 75% of player sale finances going into the budget for us for further sales. Digby is leaving. An A-rated excellent deal. I agree. We'll take it. Thank you very much. There was another couple of bids here as well. Sarpsborg. This is the sort of thing where, again, I don't know as I'm going to get realistic bids for some of the players. We might just have to accept what we can, but I'll maybe lean towards doing that slightly later in the window, just in case we do get some realistic bids. I had Amiens come in for Alex Grieve, who we are looking to sell, who's peaked at 65, but not sure Amiens is the one either. Ascoli, might be another case of not really being able to get a realistic bid, but he did go to Wrexham last year, so there is the potential that we could get a realistic bid for Bourne. So we will keep that on the back burner for now and push forward. Digger. It's sad, but he's gone. Might be able to afford Lasse Sørensen already, to be fair, but interesting ads. Might be going to Lorient. Südtirol. No. Jordan Cousins we're wanting to keep for another year, thank you. Digby. Digger. You ads. Right, pre-season tournament. Now we could look to maximise some money here, but to get the prize money, you need to win the tournament. And I don't fancy us in that one. I fancy us a bit more in that one. I fancy us a bit less, actually, in that one with Barnsley and Wigan in there. So I might go for this one, the European Shield. See if we can maybe boost ourselves by £1 million. I do have just over £5,000 in the wage budget now. So we should be able, hopefully, to go and sign Lasse Sørensen now from Lincoln. They want about 1.8 million. Well, we definitely can afford the transfer fee. It's just a case of whether we can afford his expectations wage-wise. I think we can. We're on for 1.7. They want Luke Berry. He was our player of the season last year. I'm not... Yes, Balagizi's come in, but I'm not wanting to lose that experience, that championship upwards level experience from Luke Berry. Thank you very much. 1.75, will you accept? They will. Lincoln will accept £1.75 million for Lasse Sørensen. He's on $4,900 a week. I currently have £5,600 in my budget. So provided he will sign for less than £5,600, then Lasse Sørensen will be a Cambridge United player. Three-year deal. He's on 4.9. I'll just offer him a straight 5. Will they accept £5,000? They will. Lasse Sørensen will join. Signing number 4 arrives at Cambridge United. Pretty Pretty sure that's signing number 4 anyway. Seren Son? Seren Sen. Seren Sen probably, isn't it? That's a Sorensen. He was 25 and he's on £5,000 a week on a 3-year deal. I don't have any money left at the moment. Player bought 1750000. Ah, we do need to do player sold though. Player sold. What did I get for Digby? 625. 625000. Yeah, Seren Sen. Was it 620? Trust you, Leone. I think. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Now you've done me. Transfer history, my club. 620. Leone's on the ball. And saved me 50 grand. No, cost me 50 grand in the process. God damn you, Leone. Nothing else at the minute other than that. Okay. Sometimes I'm useful, sometimes I'm a pain. 50% chance. 50-50 chance. Fair enough, like. Are you serious about that bid? Jurgardens, no. Born, no. Play wages 96k. £128,000. I don't have a favourite club outside the UK, I'm afraid. You aren't paying any tax on the club's annual earnings, unrealistic. How dare you? We're just presuming they're done in the background, right? Yeah. Okay. Please win. Luke Berry with a yellow card and 2 goals. Bamoosh. And we shouldn't get any ticket money for that, should we? Because it's just... Yeah. It's a pretty much thing. Oh, Blackpool would like to loan Bourne. Yes. That is very realistic. To go to the league below, that's what we were waiting for. Proposed loan without buy option. Yes. Just a 1 year, please. Yes. I'm quite happy to pay 40% of his wages. 60-40 deal. Let's see if that goes through. That is just what we were waiting for, and that's why we haven't accepted absolutely anything. Almeria have bid for Clarkson. Now, I am in the position where I still don't know what to do in this regard. Because he's forced onto the transfer list, other bids will come in. So I'm going to reject bids for now. And we'll get as far as the... really like a realistic bid if possible. We'll get as far as, and we'll play the first game of the championship season against Millwall. And then I'll wait for your feedback before recording any further with regards to those young players. Probably should have switched to do everyone on fitness, shouldn't I really? Uh-huh. £272. Jesus. £272,000 in shirt sales. Let's fucking go. Up the Cambridge United. Can confirm MLS is not the worst league. It's not a great league, but it's not the worst league. It's Bourne going out on loan to Blackpool for a year, and we are paying 60% of his £446 a week. So that's 446. Christ. Jin, you're good at numbers. It did say in the deal, but what's 40% of 446? 10% is £44.60. So 20% is £89.20. £89.20. 160, 169, £178.40. £178.40. 178 is what we'll just leave it as. We're still paying 178 of his wages. Actually, I'll at least leave that as... Oh, piss. Let's do that. Otherwise it just messes with the numbers, doesn't it? This is correct. Actually need to do a training plan for Lasse Sørensen. Norwich. Now, Norwich are at the same level as us right now. And they've offered me 66 rated Brad Hills plus £195,000 for Czech Diabate. Now, I would be inclined, actually, at this moment in time, to potentially reject that. Especially considering they're trying to offer me a player that I just absolutely would not want. So, Norwich City are in our division. They currently have 73 rated Shane Duffy, 69 rated Ben Gibson, 65 rated Tomkinson, 66, 66, 66. So he'd go in as their arguably starting centre-back. But that is not a financially agreeable deal for us. I'm going to hold off on Greaves continually. He's only 26. I don't think he'd go to the MLS yet. Diabate, I'm going to reject that. Chat, talk to me. Do I counter with money or do I reject? I don't just want to lose my starting centre-back for valuation. He would get first team football at Norwich though. I know we're in the same league now, but if he had the choice of starting for Norwich or starting for Cambridge, he'd want to go, wouldn't he? I will look to negotiate this. We've been discussing with live chat. We're going to look to negotiate this. We feel like he would want to go, but at the same time, I'm not going to let him go for cheap. He is my starting centre-back with good potential. One of the best players we had at the club last year. I will ask for 3. If they'll come anywhere above 2.5, then I will no 2.1, and I don't want Sam McCallum. So if they'll pay 2.5, they can have him. Anything above 2.5 and he's gone. 2.7, that's nearly twice valuation. Norwich seem to be the ones that come in and poach our players at the minute. A bigger club in the local region, he would start for them, which is probably the kicker. If he was going to be a squad player for Norwich, I would have rejected. But the fact that he would be a starter for them means that I think we have to accept that bid. Nashville have come in for grief. Still going to reject MLS bids for the time being there. Jordan Cousins we want to stay for the remainder of this season. And it looks like Diabate is on his way out. Everyone in the MLS wants Grieve, apparently. Right, so doing everything there. Just got promoted to the championship. Stadium capacity of 8,127, and we've sold 731 season tickets. Okay. 97,000, 96,000. Because of the loanee and shirt sales. 34,000. Right, now I want training plan. Everyone on sharpness. Because everyone will be fit for the next game. Diabate is gone. Diabate leaves. Now, what this does is actually present an opportunity. An opportunity that to sign a player we thought we might well be signing anyway, but not for that position. You'll remember free agent Jack, who left Aberdeen and could play at left wing back, left back, and centre back at 6'3". I'm feeling an opportunity to sign someone that is actually higher rated than Czech Diabate. Bear with me. Remember Jack McKenzie. Left-footed, strong pace, decent jumping, although he is 6'3", stand tackle of 72. I think Jack McKenzie in at centre-back might be an absolute shout here. We're already aware of him. I will have a look through the free agents, but I think Jack McKenzie is probably going to be someone that I make a jump with. I've got the Italy game on above me, yeah. Unless we find someone in here that is better. Where was Amofa previously? Jamal Amofa. Play for Go Ahead Eagles, no. Like I said, I'd still like to lean on the side of realism for the time being. Or the line of more domestic players in this first season. No worries, Nath. You won't be the only one that dips to go and watch the football. Appreciate those it's sticking with. Callum Chambers is available, but outside the realms of possibility for us right now. Ricandi's not good enough. Looking for late 60s, really. Let me just rule out a lot of those regens. We got to as far as F, didn't we? Morgan Fox, 31-year-old Welshman. Where was Morgan Fox previously? That's the wrong Morgan Fox, Jez. Queen's Park Rangers. Morgan Fox is at QPR. That's an option for sure, I think. There's a bit of experience. Robert Ivanov, Finn. Doesn't look like a kit that is from England. That's the only thing. Lloyd Jones. Stephen Kingsley. 70 rated. Again, experience. Could come in on a 1-year deal. Stephen Kingsley. Plays for Hearts. Stephen Kingsley is an option. Stefan Lejevic. I like either of those as realistic options. Remove Curtis now. Fox is faster, but Kingsley's better everywhere else. Galloway was only 65 rated. We've had a look through the free agents, and I prefer the idea for realism of a 31-year-old, very experienced Stephen Kingsley, who left Hearts in Scotland, to come in and put 75 free kick accuracy, by the way. He's good. He's good everywhere. He's not very quick, but technically he's sensational. Stephen Kingsley stands out as an experienced player that could certainly do a job. The question is, what do I have available in my wage budget? Currently, only £3,530. And it reckons he would want between 5 and 8. So he's my target. But at present, actually, I need to take... Have I taken him out already? I've taken him out already. I've taken him out already. So I need to raise some... I could stretch my budget. With anticipated sales elsewhere in the squad, I am going to make the decision to go over wage budget at present with a view of getting back under wage budget with further sales. We're taking a financial risk here in the Championship. He will be important. If he wants Crucial, he can have it, because he's going to start alongside Kelland Watts. Our central backline is changing. Comes in on a 1-year deal. No release clause. Not going to give me an idea of what he wants wage-wise. I'll try and get him as low as possible. We'll offer him 5.5. We'll see if he'll negotiate from there. He'll take 5.5. That's great. Stephen Kingsley is in. 70 rated, significantly higher rated than the majority of the rest of the defence. Great experience for a 1-year survival campaign in the Championship. I am now £1,469 over wage budget. Where should we go in your first season in player career in the Championship and below? Cambridge. Is it 5.5k? My bad. I think Kingsley starts. I think Kellen starts as well. I think I have to do that really now. Leganés want George Thomas. Get out. Create series for F1 is today at 6 PM, Gaston. Yes, I'm in the F2. We did create a series yesterday. Ah, Chronicle, have you joined the Patreon, my friend? Thank you very much indeed. At the VIP tier as well. My guy. Let me finish recording this episode and we will get you into the save, my friend. Thank you, mate. That was very good of you. Welcome to the gang. They're both left-footed. Callum Watts is left-footed as well. But with a 4-star weak foot, so we will swap them. But only because Callum Watts has a 4-star weak foot. I want everyone on fitness, not everyone on sharpness. Fuck. I've done that the wrong way around. I might have to just manually edit that. I'm going to. No. We just changed their fitness because that's just a mess up on my part. So, Nurse, Berry, Thomas, Brown, Yengi. Nurse, Berry, Thomas, Brown, Yengi. Nurse, Berry, Thomas, Brown, Yengi. Can I change his stamina? Or have I completely fucked that? I might have completely fucked that. Oh no, fitness, there you go, fitness. 99%. Berry. Oh, you can do 100, okay, first. Yengi Brown Nurse. Brown Nurse. Yengi and Zeno. That's it. That's all that's left. Yengi and Zeno. Double check finances. The spreadsheet. Youth facilities 20k is what we need to do. Right, we can improve our youth scouts now to a 3-star. So 700. That's a lot of money to spend on a scout at this stage. I'm gonna send Orlando out in England looking for anyone that is of any good whatsoever. Also send Bell out looking for the next. Still will stay domestic for now. Hey, Coffee for Life, how are you, mate? Thank you for following yesterday. I appreciate it. In fact, Chronicle, let me send you a message on Patreon. Actually, I'll send you a message on Patreon in a minute. Let me do this, end this episode first before we run out of time. Right then, you join me on match day 1 of the brand new championship season. We are at home against Millwall. Not an easy opponent, but certainly not one of the best in the division either. You'd go as far as to say, potentially a winnable game for us here at the championship level. Nisbet and Fleming up top are 73 rated on average, so a better front line than what we've got. Midfield is 70, Mayer, Denor, Saville and Honeyman. Not that much better than ours, and the back line is 69 rated. Adam Malaki, Hutchinson, Cooper and McNamara with Truman in goal. Not that much better than what we've got either, is it? We have new signings in at centre-back, a new centre-back partnership of Stephen Kingsley and Kelland Watts. The entire back line, other than Kingsley, now 68 rated. In the forward areas, we're still unchanged from the year before. At present, Balajizi is on the bench. At present, Ken Sema is on the bench. Yengi starts up top. Brophy and Thomas maintain their starting spots from their great season in League One last year. But obviously, especially in Brophy's case, we have players to come in to replace if we need to. Here we go. Match day 1. Operation Avoid Relegation begins now. IO. I'm curious to know the rating of their players, actually. This was 71. Zion Fleming, 76. Wow. 67, 72, 70, 72. 62 for the left-back, 70, 73, 74. So the left-back brings the average down significantly. And then Truman in goal is 67. Got some options, good options on the bench as well. Okay, yikes. Millwall might actually be better than we thought. It's Denor. Shakes off Brophy. And Nisbet. Looking out wide to Mayer. You'll notice we've made a change to the nets and to the pitch. We now have black and yellow, or black and amber, ideally. Hashed net. Kellen Watts with a lovely interception. And the box is diagonal lines compared to... Lovely move. from Berry compared to previous, where we were just all the horizontal lines. Brown trying to get in behind Adon Malaki. He's going to be the weak link in their back line. Rafferty is still rock solid at right back. Lasse Sørensen doesn't start yet, but mainly because we know that Rafferty is really, really good. They're going to take a free kick here. Might have been them playing the advantage there, I'm not sure. Floating it in with Fleming, and Brophy wins the header. 10 minutes in, Millwall are on the front foot and looking the more dangerous, but nothing for the goalkeeper to do yet. Malaki, Mayer. He's done Rafferty with a nice touch. Cross could come in from Mayer here. Back to Malaki. Brown will have that, thank you. And into George Thomas. Coming into this season on the back of a very solid, fantastic, most improved player season last time around. Oh. It would be cool, Chronicle. It would also be really fucking annoying, wouldn't it, from the RNG side of it. Kingsley's not quick enough to be left back, Sid. And we're looking to loan in another left back, I think. Hutchinson into midfield. This bit to Saville. Saville looking for the run of Fleming. Fleming out-muscled by Kingsley. Kingsley, as we say, not the fastest, but certainly technically gifted enough to deal with anything that the Championship in these early stages can throw at us, I think. Mayer. Rafferty was rock solid at right back. That's why last season, that's why he starts ahead of Lasse Sørensen. It's my fault for trying a risky pass. We do have more signings we might look to make this season. But obviously the wage budget is the restrictive factor right now. Here's Nesbitt. And Denor to Nisbet. Again, outside the boot. Saved by Stevens. Wipes out his defender in the process. And keeps the ball out of the back of the net. McNamara. Cut back to Saville. And a nervy start for Cambridge here in the Championship. It's still all Millwall. George Honeyman around the corner. And Fleming with the shot. Saved by the legs of Jack Stevens. A man that we've given the nod in goal for this season to begin with. But we may well have to look elsewhere if he doesn't cut the mustard. George Honeyman. Back to Denor. Denor with the effort. Kellen Watts in the way. And well up, George Thomas. It's still all Millwall, however, so far in this fixture. We've not really had the chance to get forward at all. Nelson Henderson link up well. Brophy looking to beat his man. Brophy beating his man and keeping the ball in play as well as he races away. James Brophy under pressure for that first team spot now. Henderson could get to this. It's going to fall to Bez. Henderson used an arm. In that header, well up, Kellen Watts. Thomas will flick that around the corner to Brophy. Brophy will look for Thomas, who has Berry on the run. Berry looking for Yengi. Yengi, Brown ran offside. Rafferty will push forward here and they look to whip a ball in. Kicks it straight against the defender. We will take the free kick. We will let Brown take it, despite the fact that Stephen Kingsley has better free kick accuracy. Rather, the taller man was in the box, potentially to be on the end of it. It's actually going to be Brophy. It's the defender, I think, that got to that. And I don't think that will quite count as our first shot on target yet. Oh, unbelievable footwork from Marcus Brown. He's going to find Yengi in the box here. Yengi needs support, however. A little flick from Thomas doesn't quite come off. There's Mayer and Fleming. Nicely intercepted by Luke Berry. Gets away from Zion Fleming as well. Brown's got Thomas in the middle. Meh. Denor racing away. That's a decent delivery. And Fleming with the header. From 18 yards, you always fancy the goalkeeper in that situation, but this has been, well, it's been a game that has shown that Millwall were Championship last year, and we snuck into an automatic promotion spot last year from the league below. At present, match facts wise, 4 shots and 66% possession to them, to our none and 34. Brown is indeed a baller, yes. Henderson and George Thomas. Nisbet used a hand there, I think. But advantage goes in our favour and will continue. And Brown will look for the runner Rafferty. And it's an excellent run from Rafferty. He's brought it down nicely. Will look to fool the defender, which he's done well. Whip the ball into the middle. Win this, please. Well up, Rafferty. Berry. Kirk Henderson. And George Thomas. Oh, can't quite do the business. But promising start to the second half here. Whatever team talk my in-game Gary Monk gave certainly worked. Although, Millwall still just as feisty as they were before the break. All through to Denor and forward to Fleming. He's looking to turn. Turns well. Here's Saville now. And Denor again. All consolidating in their possession, taking their time, playing some killer balls. But our defence stands firm. For how long? That's the question. Do we make a change? Do we do Luke Berry for James Balagizi for a little bit more of an engine in the midfield? Potentially. I think Sema for Brofius. Sema for Brown's been really good. I'm going to do Sema for Thomas. And we're going to move Brown central. That's what we'll do. Yeah, 0-0 between Switzerland and Italy right now. Although my skybox apparently is frozen. That's weird. My skybox is frozen. Cool. Brown is about 27, I think. My skybox is having a funny 5 minutes. Fair enough. Getting like one frame every 15 seconds. We do have a lot of left footers, yeah. Brown is 27. Oh, there you go, it's working again. Double change for me. Thomas off, Berry off. Balagizi and Sema both on for debuts. Sema on the right-hand side of midfield. Balagizi a straight swap for Luke Berry. We've moved Marcus Brown central now so that Sema can come on out wide, but he's on the right, actually not for James Brophy. George Thomas had a decent enough game, but of the front four, he was the one that was the obvious to take off, and Sema the obvious to bring on in his place as Millwall have another shot at goal. Jesus Cristo! Rafferty. Out to Sema. Okay, it's gone well. And Fleming. Oh! Taking one for the team there. Kingsley. Oh no! Sent off on debut! I don't think that's a straight red, do you? Oh, to be fair, he did catch him on the side of the shin. If we have a look at that in closer detail, actually, it might not be because he was the last man. It might be because he was the last man, although there are defenders around that could maybe come across to cover. I think it might be because of where he catches the man. He steps in here and he catches it. Oh, ow, actually, he breaks his own bloody leg by the looks of things. But it looks from that replay that he caught him on the leg. Actually, studs don't catch him on the shin. He's just wiped the man out by bending his knee in a manner in which I'm sure would leave him in the hospital for quite a while. I don't think that's a straight red. I think the referee's done me there. I don't feel that that is a straight red card challenge. Henderson will drop. Balagizi is going to have to deal with this. And actually, I'm now going to take Marcus Brown off for Jordan Cousins in the midfield and do this. Or do I bring Zeno on in midfield? No, we'll drop Henderson. He can play at centre-back. So I want to see, actually, if he can do that role. So let's see if Kirk Henderson could do the job at centre-back. But we will be weakened now offensively. Defensively, we've got the numbers. But I now don't have a cam. Nesbitt's free kick into the wall. Denor with a potential follow-up effort into Kirk Henderson. It's still Millwall, though. Denor again. Jordan Cousins steps in. And that is why Jordan Cousins got a one-year contract extension. Fleming. Saville. And Fleming again. Balagizi motoring around in the midfield. Not really had the chance to do anything yet. Here's Denor. Space out wide right. Denor going to take it on himself. Beats Rafferty. Still going down the right-hand side. Opportunity to get the ball into the middle here, perhaps from Malaki. Back to Watmore. Duncan Watmore off the bench here for Millwall. Denor's had a couple of efforts today. Not on this occasion. Saville forcing them backwards. This is great defensive shape from Cambridge United. This is the sort of defensive solidarity we're going to have to show all season long if we want to stay in this division. See, backs against the wall with only the 10 men as well, and Millwall are going to press. Maybe we could catch them on some sort of counter if they continue to press very hard to look for a winner. But on the opening day, we're not going to take too many risks, especially with 10 men. Kensema looking to get away. He's overrun it, though. And that's not great. Can Cousins get to that? Yes. Did he use a hand? The referee says so. Free kick. Fleming floats. Flicked on. Save. Switzerland are a good side, you know. Brophy spins well. Honeyman down the line. George Nurse trying to kick on to keep up with him. It's the one area where we're still probably unsure what to do. I might look to loan a left back in the remaining time in the window, but whether we've got the finances to do so, I'm not sure. Trying to get rid of this, cannot get it out. And wide with the final effort in the 85th minute. But they've hit the bar now. Pump this long towards the front line. Just get it away from the defence. Balagizi down. And Rafferty. Sema. He spin his man. Yes. Ken Sema with Balagizi making runs. Sema making runs of his own. Finds Cassini Yengi. We'll float this out wide. I tried to put enough on it so that it would go all the way to the byline. Or to the sideline even. And it didn't. Don't want to draw Henderson too far out of position. Saw it said Henderson and pushed. But obviously he's playing at centre-back now, not CDM anymore. And Millwall going to make a mistake back here and let us in for a potential winner. Maybe so. Cassini Yengi steals it off his man. He's going to race away here. I'm going to need the support. Brophy is with me. Is this the moment that we steal 3 points on our championship debut? Yengi looking for James Balagizi off the bench. It's a great block by the Millwall backline. We had the opportunity to make a star of the young man on debut. Unfortunately not able to do so. But will there still yet be a goal in this game? No. A very hard fought, potentially fortuitous, opening point on opening day for Cambridge United in our first game in the Championship. The boos for the referee, I'm sure, for the straight red card given. But we get a point from our first match at this level. We'll take it. Thank you very much. Now, please, feedback. What do I do with the youngsters? What do we do with Lee and Clarkson? Do I just let them go? Do I release them? Do I sell them? Do I release them? Do we keep them and just disregard the morale? What do we do in this position? Because as far as I'm aware, there's no way that they'll come off the submitted transfer request scenario. So I'll wait for your feedback in that regard. We're still looking to sell Zach Jules and Grieve. Dodds is going to be our backup winger for the time being, or one of our backup wingers for the time being, with Ken Semmer as well. Obviously, Kingsley's now out for a game, unfortunately. So that's a scenario we find ourselves in at present. We've got 4 emails here. We'll just cover quickly, but that's not too much of an issue. So I also am needing a backup left back. Whether that's a permanent or a loan remains to be seen, but my wage budget is currently nearly £2,000 over budget. We have players we want to sell, players that are on decent wages. Alex Grieve alone would send us back into the green by over £1,000. And then if we can get Zach Jules out, then we could be £3,500 over budget, or under budget, sorry, and then very much be able to afford another another left back to loan in or sign. But for the time being, that's the scenario. That's where we are. In the league, we are safe as it stands. 9th so far in the championship season. Offer me 9th at the end of the year and I'll absolutely bloody take it. That's all for episode 1 of season 3. Thank you very much for your support so far on this brand new season. Hopefully you guys are enjoying our debut in the championship. Hopefully you guys are happy with the signings we've made. I've tried to keep things more realistic than get players that definitely improve the squad and are really young and are going to grow in a usual FIFA career mode style way. If I was on FM, I'd have signed someone like Stephen Kingsley to add some solidarity to the centre-back line. So absolutely, I'm happy with the signings we've made, for sure. Obviously, the YouTube comment section is the YouTube comment section. Mainly, left back, what do I do with a rotation in that scenario? And what do I do with Clarkson and Lee? They're basically the only areas that I have to deal with at present. So maybe Lee and Clarkson go to free up the wages to help bolster the squad elsewhere, and we loan in a Cam as well. We'll wait and see what you guys say. That's all for today, though. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you tomorrow for episode 2. Oh. Right, let me move these. I'm just shifting files around at the minute. Bear with. That's gone up, that's gone up. Has that gone up? Sure that went up. Episode 13 of the F1 Safe just went live today with Spa, right? Right. Episode 14 went live. Okay, yeah, definitely then. And then let me get this footage and move folders. RTG S31. Right. First things first, let's get Chronicle into the save, shall we? Because he's just joined the Patreon and we're very appreciative of that. So let's get Chronicle in. I'm going to drop you a message on Patreon, Chronicle. If you could reply to that. I know you've already left your comment with your player details, which is great. Thank you for that. Switzerland 1, Italy 0. Switzerland 1, Italy 0. Scenes. You guys have been saying that they've been struggling a little bit. Well, Italy, that is. Now they're behind. It's my spreadsheet. Yeah. Do you have a Twitch account, Chronicle? Or are you YouTube only? You do. Could you send me a message on Patreon with your Twitch username? I presume you're not subscribed at the moment? If that is the case, if you could send me a message on Patreon with your Twitch username, then that would be great, please. I collate all the information in my Patreon DMs. We'll add your name to the end slate as well. I'm offline tomorrow, Daniel. Yes, we will do the schedule before we go offline. Oh, you're not on Twitch. Okay, not to worry. If you are to set up a Twitch account whilst you're still at the VIP level, then do let me know what username you go with, because obviously you are eligible for a gifted subscription on Twitch. So do let me know if you decide to change that, and whilst you're at that level, then I'm obliged to and would like to gift you a subscription. We'll add you to the end slate, so you will be on the end slate for episode 1, and we'll give you an audible shout out at the beginning of episode 2. P6, there we go, put that in there. 2 right here. Patreon Chronicle. And we will make you now. So let me get rid of that spreadsheet. We will feel free to hand it to someone worthy, in which case I will gift it to the community, if that's something you'd like to do, which would be very kind of you. So we will gift Chronicles sub. I put YouTube only for now. We will gift that to the community. So whoever is on the receiving end of this sub has Chronicle on YouTube to thank. Gift sub. Agree and pay. No Sky, welcome to the gang. No Sky, you have yourself a gifted subscription courtesy of Chronicle on YouTube, which is very, very kind of him. Right, let's make Chronicles player, shall we? I need SoFIFA, and I need all players that are absolutely shite, and then we can adjust from there. I need to replace a real life player that has no face. J. Sunny. Who are you? Joseph Sunny. Let's see if we can get you. Find Joseph Sunny. Let me just save it quickly so we don't lose any of the progress we've made. So I'm just updating the finances as well, just so I don't forget, because I may well do. This one. Stadium maintenance is now £4,000 in the Championship rather than £5,000 or £3,000 as it was last year. Shirt sales £435,000. Match tickets £105,000. That's the most we've ever made from a game. Player wages £99,000. Shirt sales 107. Right, that's that up to date as well. Right, don't want teams, we want players. I'm looking for Joseph Sunny. Looks like I can spell chess, doesn't it? Joseph Sunny. We will adjust. Right, let me get your comment up and we can change him accordingly. We need this here as well. You're going to be a striker, but we don't yet know. Oh, Seattle Sounders or free agents? Seattle Sounders. I'll put you at Seattle Sounders. Hold on, Ches. Let's go, Seattle! Red. up so I can see what you guys are saying in chat. And we're going to create Tobias. Mr. Anderson. Anderson or Anderson? Anderson. That's Anderson. Right, let's transfer first so we don't forget that. What? Oh, so they're in a Sounders FC. Okay. 36-month contract. Finalise transfer. Right, basic info. Striker, striker. No secondary position. Kit number 50. Potential of 92. 4-star, 4-star. Left-footed. Work rate of high-low as a striker. A birthday of November 9th. 2005. USA. USA. Oh, the United States of America. Attribute-wise, we'll keep you up with the power curve. So, attack will go 65. Defending, we'll leave where it is because you're a striker. Skill will go 55. Power 55. Movement will make 65. Mentality 55. And goalkeeper will leave as is. That makes you a 65 rated striker. Appearance wise, my guy is 6'5". He's a big boy. 6'5" is the highest we make people. So heavier set build. Okay. So we'll go for £200 and we'll go for tall and stocky. Eye colour. Green eyes, there we go. My brain just could not find that. Caucasian. Untucked shirt. No preference on kits that I can see, so we'll just leave that on tight fit. No preference on socks. Hair touch, let's create the mini face. Let's see what you look like to begin with. Okay, that is not Caucasian 1, is it? Really? Let's be honest. Maybe I haven't saved it since doing that. That's Caucasian 1. Right. Widow's Peak short hair. I don't know what Widow's Peak short hair means. Tobias, to be honest. Is that a certain hairstyle? Is that it? Is that a Widow's Peak hairstyle? I don't know. Just kind of short back and sides with a bit of a backwards quiff-ish. That's a bit Oscar Piastri-ish almost, isn't it? That's different. That's man with a widow's... Oh, so it's just kind of like a higher... almost like an M shape. Yeah, you're right. Okay, let me have a look at my hairstyles. I'm looking for one with... Yeah, if you spot it before I do, then just tell me. Widow's Peak. Oh, 40. 40. That looks like Widow's Peak, doesn't it? Let's try that. Hair type 40. Neat mini face. Balding, I believe, is the official name. Oh, that was funny. What colour was it? Widow's Peak short hair, full brown beard, so presumably brown hair as well. How long have we been live for? So far today, about 6 hours, but for the FC bit, nearly 3. Dark brown, full brown beard. I'm not sure. Again, we never really too sure what beard ones are. Generate mini face. That's definitely the hairstyle though. Cracking. It's not really a full beard, is it? At least we've got the hairstyle nailed. Mini face, generate mini face. That is clean shaven, Ches, so that's good. How about 14? That's a bit of a neck beard. We'll get there eventually. Who's got a decent beard in game that we could copy the number of? Creative series begins at 6 o'clock, Jay, but it's not for me. I'm F2 this year on a Friday, not F1 on a Saturday. Who's got a good beard in game? Giroud. Giroud's a great shout. Olivier Giroud. Giroud's beard is 22, so let's give you appearance 22. Save. Delete mini face. Generate mini face. There we go. There we go. Right. Let me save it again. And restart the save. Oh, your friend Restart Guide's now online. Hi, guys. And then we can add you to the shortlist. Tobias Anderson. 65 rated. See how it sounds. Le Bosch. So then we can go 65, 65, 65. And Tobias is in the save. Thank you, mate. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the gang, sir. We currently have... How many am I taking off that? 2. We currently have 67 people on the Patreon at the VIP tier, which is remarkable support. Championship and transfers time. If you'll forgive me, I'm going to edit that. Whilst we wait for that to load in, I can let you know what the upload schedule, or not upload schedule, the stream schedule is going to be for next week, can't I? Because I know Daniel will be keen to know. So, we will be F1 24 driver career. Say for 4 hours. We'll be able to do that first on Monday. Should be able to do that first on Tuesday as well, hopefully. We'll then maybe be able to do that first on Thursday. Hopefully be able to do that first on Friday. And then Sunday too. We will also be FC 24 career moding 3 PM for 3 hours. It might work out as we're able to switch to FC earlier than 3 PM on each given day, which I believe we will do. Tuesday, no, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. And if we have the opportunity to, we will get some Football Manager or maybe some iRacing or maybe both in there as well. So next... Oh, I didn't actually add the fucking game category. Well done, Chess. So next week we will be live on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday. 5 streams next week. Does that suit everyone? Are you happy with that? Happy with 5 streams next week? And a lot of fucking content? Hopefully, I don't think it's actually going to be that hot next week, so we might not sweat in the office quite so much as we have this week. There is a break week in Creator Series coming up, so there is no Creator Series in the upcoming week. There you go. Schedule made, boys. Schedule made. Appreciate it, Chronicle. You're very generous, mate. Ready? Oh, welcome to the championship. Welcome to episode 1 of Sintel. We'll see what the finances look like, and we'll take it from there. Now, obviously, we can't guarantee a bid for Digby. Now, obviously, we can't be part of the squad, so I'll offer him 4 and up. 16. We've had a bid for Digby. Now, obviously, we can't. Great. Obviously, now championship level to wait till Monday. Pounds. That's a great way to be able to afford the next incoming. Paul Digby is gone. It's a bit for Bourne. So we will keep that on the back burner for now and push forward. Right, pre-season. Right, pre-season. Now we could look to last year. Lasse Sørensen will be a Cambridge United player. He's on 4-9. Oh, arrives at Cambridge United. Yes, just a 1 year, please. Let's see. Yeah, have bid for Clarkson. Now I am Blackpool would like to loan Bourne. Blackpool would like to loan Bourne. Presented use continually. He's up with regards to in the championship. I'll wait for your feedback before recording any further with regards to those young players. Norwich. Now Norwich. Norwich. Now Norwich are at the Sydney. You want me a player that I just arguably starting centre back. Yes, Wednesday and Saturday off. But that is not a financially agreeable deal for us. I'm going to hold off on Greaves continually. He's only 26. I don't think he'd go to the MLS yet. Diabate, I'm going to reject that. Chat, to reject that. Chat, talk. MLS yet. Diabate, I'm going to reject that. Chat, talk to me. Talk to me. Do I enter or do I reject? To negotiate this. We've been discussing he'd want to go, wouldn't he? I will look to negotiate. If he had the choice of starting for Norwich, anything will come anywhere above 2.5. I will. If they'll pay 2.5, be out. Diabate is good for the position. You're higher rated than check Diabate. Bear with me. Remember Jack McKenzie. Left-footed. To be someone that I make a jump with. But I think Jack McKenzie is probably going to be someone that We've had a look through the free agents. And I sense that. I've had a look through the
Who do you see winning now then? Were Italy genuinely that bad?
And I prefer the idea for realism of a 31-year-old, very experienced Stephen Kingsley, who left Hearts in Scotland to good everywhere, £830. And it reckons he would want between 5 and to make the decision a survival campaign in the championship. Right then, you join me on match day 1 of the
I can't believe Kingsley got sent off. Italy were really that bad, were they? Genuinely.
Here we go. Match day 1. Operation Avoid Relegation begins now. It's Denor. It's off Brophy. And Brophy wins there for the goalkeeper to do yet. Malaki, Mayer. We'll have that most improved player season. Hutchinson into midfield. This bit to Saville. Saville looking at Fleming. Fleming out-muscled by Kingsley. Kingsley. Jackson. The championship in these early stages can throw a restrictive factor by Stevens. Wipes out his defender in the process and keeps the ball out of the back of the net. McNamara. A man that the legs of Jack Stevens. McNamara at all. Nelson Henderson. Got well. Spot now. In that header where Ellen Watts get the figure kick accuracy. I don't think that will quite count as our first shot on target yet. Oh, unbelievable footwork from... We'll
just leave that in.
Oh, unbelievable. Thomas doesn't quite come off. It's in the middle. Decent delivery. And Fleming with the header. That's a decent delivery. And Fleming... Race. It's been a game that has none and 34. This bit used a hand there, but advantage goes in our favour and will continue. Advantage for the runner Rafferty, and it's an Kirk Henderson and George Thomas. Oh, can't quite do the business, but promising start to the second half here.
I'm really not looking forward to tomorrow.
My
England genuinely could go out.
Certainly worked, although
like, it could be another Iceland-esque embarrassing.
Before the break,
yikes.
through to Denor and forward to Fleming. He's looking to turn, turns well. Here's Saville now, and Denor again. Consolidating in their possession, taking their time, playing some killer balls, but our defence stands firm. There you go, it's working again. Double change for me. Thomas offside. And Sema, the obvious to bring on in his place as Millwall have another shot at goal. Okay, stop. Oh, taking one for the team there. Kingsley, oh no! Sent off on debut! It might be contract extension. Fleming. Perhaps from forcing the see the way he's overrun it says so. Honeyman line. Keep get to that, yes. Did he use a hand? The referee.
Saw a tweet that said it would be so England for them to see Switzerland beat Italy, get complacent and lose to Slovakia.
Referee says so. Honeyman down the line. George Nurse.
Do England face the winner of this game then? I'm not sure what the tournament tree looks like.
Gonna kick on to keep up with him. It's the one area where we're still...
Yes. Have a look. Euro 2024 tournament tree. Bracket view. Yeah, here we go then. So, England or Slovakia face the winner of Switzerland or Italy. Then Austria, Turkey, Romania, Netherlands. If Switzerland beat Italy, then England or the Netherlands are probably likely to meet in the semi-final, aren't they? Avoiding this side of the draw is huge, though. France, Portugal, Germany and Spain. Wow. That's going to be a really entertaining side of the draw. This is probably going to be a really gutting side of the draw because England will lose to Slovakia tomorrow. Because it's just the fucking thing that we do, isn't it?
It's the one area...
Yeah, no, Austria absolutely could knock the Netherlands out. 100%.
Probably unsure
Wholeheartedly
what to
agree.
do. I might look to loan a left back in the remaining time in the window, but whether we've got the finances to do, but they've hit the bar now. Saw it said Henderson and pushed, but obviously he's playing at centre back now, not CDM anymore. And Millwall going to make a mistake here and let us in for a potential card straight. We keep them admitted transfer requests. I will see you tomorrow for episode 2.
Les Bosch. Chronicle is going to be on the end slate as well. You'll love to see it. I need to update that on the Twitch page as well. Let me do that whilst I remember. Otherwise I will forget. You know what I'm like. Add image. Save. There we go. Ooh. Ew. Right, let's put some... Teams are just coming back out. Just going to put some music in the background of this. Welcome to episode 1 of season 3. We are Championship. The first proper progression that we've seen in the save. The side needs to improve. If we're to avoid relegation this season, we are going to improve it in a number of different areas. We're going to improve the squad in a number of different areas as well. We've got players that are going to go out. We've got players that are going to come in. We've got players that we don't know yet what to do with. I need your feedback on that, please. We'll get there in a moment. Whilst I say, drop the video a like. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well, and you won't miss out on any of our debut season at this level. The 11 starting looks like this at present. George Thomas will continue at cam. Brophy will continue on the left in the short term. Both have 1 year remaining on their contract. Both will probably leave us at the end of this season. Zeno has peaked at 64. We are going to bring in Kelland Watt. Emil, we're going to make a mistake back here and let us in for a potential win. Day for Cambridge United in our first game in the Championship. The boos for the referee, I'm sure, for the straight red card given. But we... Right. I think... Switzerland 2. Big goal. Vargas, 30 seconds into the second half. 30 seconds. Huge goal. Huge goal in every sense of the word. Wow. Switzerland marching to the quarter-finals. You mean Ralph Rangnick, Liam? Ralph Rangnick's a good coach. That's unsavable. Who does Vargas play for? That's such a good goal. Pasta's off the menu. Vargas, Switzerland. Ruben Vargas plays for Augsburg. 25, has already got 46 caps for Switzerland and now 8 goals too. Scored 20 goals for Augsburg as well. Ruben Vargas. Ruben Vargas is pretty good. Look at Jin with his Bundesliga knowledge. He's fucking quick. Long shots, 78. Apparently so. Well, was he in the box, I guess, but still. That was unbelievable, mate. Let's see, let's double check. Tobias is on the list. There he is. Big old Tobias. With his big old fucking muscles. He's a big boy. You're fully buying a Bundesliga. Spurs broke me. Spurs have broken a lot of people, to be fair. So, in the next episode, we'll probably play Derby, play West Brom, play Forest, and then save Huddersfield and Stoke for the season finale, as well as simming Mansfield for the season finale, for the window finale. Also, being able to go to the Allianz has been a dream of yours since 2006. First World Cup you can remember watching all the way through. So only 2006 was a not great World Cup for England. Right, at 6:10, that is going to draw us to a close for today, gents. Let me just quickly save this. Just use my mouse for things I'm here. I will send you on a raid. Those who don't go anywhere just yet, the Creator Series is underway right now, so I will send you on a raid to the Creator Series. It's the Austrian Grand Prix weekend in Creator Series as well, so head on over and join the Creator Series broadcast for this Formula 1 weekend. I will send you on the raid. Thank you for your support again today, though. Really, really appreciate it. I will see you on Monday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Pray for England. Pray for Italy at the minute, I think, by the looks of this as well. And I will see you on Monday, starting with the Italian Grand Prix on F124 on Monday, and then we'll switch, once we've gotten some feedback on this episode, then we will switch to FC24 for some more transfer window stuff. Thank you very much for your support as ever. Thank you, Chronicle, for joining the Patreon. We will see you next time.